The Northern Cape is readying itself for an influx of visitors from neighbouring Namibia as the country moves to lockdown level 1. The move to level 2 last month saved many tourism businesses from going under. For more on this, we cross to our reporter Ulrich Hendriks, who's in Namaqualand for us. Thanks very much for joining us, Ulrich. What's happening where you are?
Hi Nompu, that right there is the world-famous Namaqualand daisy, of course, attracting thousands of international tourists every year to this area here in the Northern Cape, of course, the Namaqualand. But for 5 months, the Northern Cape, as the rest of the country, was in lockdown, so no tourists could come to this area. This year also saw that the flowers came out the best, I'm told, in 14 years, and it's quite an extensive show as well. It's been the longest run so far. Normally by this time of the year you'll see that the flowers are gone, but World Tourism Day today, and they encouraging people to come here. Of course, we're looking at lockdown level 1 as well, that kicks in today, but also international travel that will be allowed to come to the Northern Cape. Of course, the Northern Cape is bordering on Namibia, and so an influx of Namibians to South Africa is expected once the borders open. But to talk to me about the tourism industry, we've got one of the guides, is Rodwell Adams. Rodwell, tell us, during the lockdown, how was the business like?
Okay, Ulrich, you know, from our side in Namaqualand as guides, when the lockdown was announced, most of our tour operators in the area, as well as guest house owners, tour guides, and everybody involved in the industry, had quite a lot of bookings because we are part of the Namakwa coastal route, which is a destination for tourism. We've got the inland area as well as the coastal sections, and before the lockdown, there was quite a lot of bookings, and once the lockdown was announced, most of the bookings had to be cancelled. And since the beginning of the lockdown, tourism businesses struggle in Namaqualand and also in the whole area. This is actually how we were affected. We were actually badly affected by the whole lockdown thing, because we have to repay clients, we have to cancel bookings, and since that time we were just sit and back and wait for the lockdown to be lifted to another level and see if we can allow visitors in our area.
The flower season, obviously, when it started, we were still unsure about whether tourists will come. Luckily, lockdown level 2 came, and interprovincial tourism was allowed. How's that been so far?
Ulrich, it was actually a very good thing for the interprovincial traveling. So most of the people, visitors to the Namaqualand during the flower season, they normally comes from Uppington, Kimberley, and those are the people who normally didn't travel to Namaqualand. So it was actually very good for Northern Cape residents to explore the province as a whole. And it was actually the starting of business again for tour operators and guest houses as well.
So we're moving to another level now, lockdown level 1. International travel is allowed. We're looking at Namibia, it's about 200 kilometers from here. What are you expecting in the next coming days?
From my side, Ulrich, we expect the influx of people, because many people was locked in over the borders. Many people already make their plans to visit Namaqualand, and so we expect the influx. We expect a lot of visitors from Namibia to Namaqualand, and as you can see for yourself, we've got an extended flower season. So if we've got a few more millimeters of rain over the coming 2 weeks, the flower season will be extended. Normally it lasts for 4 weeks. We are already in the 6th week now, and we can still, because our vygies didn't bloom yet, and normally the vygies bloom when the flower season is over.
Thank you very much. Rothwell Adams is, of course, one of the tour guides here in Namaqualand, of course, saying that they're looking forward to when international tourists will be allowed to come to this area. Of course, like I said, Namibian tourism, they're expecting quite a number of those as well. But the Namibian tourists as well, when Namibia was declared independent of South Africa, a lot of families across the border. So not only tourism that will come here, but also families coming to visit their loved ones after 5-6 months apart. But also people coming to this area to do their shopping. So a major economic injection for this area as well once the borders start opening up. Of course, World Tourism Day today in the Northern Cape is launching their program as well. They're looking at plain dorpies like your Springbok and other dorpies, selling the realness of this province, the beauty, the rugged beauty of the landscape and the seasonal flowers, but also the people of this province to local and international tourists. Nompu?
Thanks very much, Ulrich. Very positive indeed. And of course, the borders opening up on the 1st of October when we could expect people to start coming in and out of the country.